Good night, everyone. Tonight, God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Aaron J. I'm going to give you a little short news and a word on tonight. Now, we're going to talk about the community. We're going to talk about the community because a lot of crime is in the community. They're going to, and sometimes it don't be in the community. Sometimes it just passing through somebody's community and cause crime. Now, try to keep the community safe. That's what we're going to do. So each community all over the nation may have to come together and pay for security. You know, a group of people in the neighborhood. You have a meeting and everybody come up with a price, and you might have to pay for security. The security to patrol all around and do it for so many hours. You know, whatever you can afford to pay them to go an hour, about 5 6 hours a day. You know, uh, that'll be a good idea for you. See, all this, the community, having security flashing their lights all through. And that way we can catch a lot of crimes. And then if we can't catch them, you're still gonna have security on site. Oh, and we're gonna need armed security. Armed security. You know, so they're gonna patrol around. If anybody looks suspicious, any shooting go on or whatever in the community, they right off hand to call to police. Um, and so crime, when a crime happen in the community, security gonna be on site. So they will be the first one on site to call to police. So that's the first state. That's the first step of safety. You know, um, and it might not, help it 100%, but it's a start. It's a start. So communities come together, so y'all can pay for security for two shifts to work 6 hours. 6 hours in the morning and 6 hours in the evening. So um and another thing to keep kids out of trouble and keep your kids our kids from being interested in guns. You know, like in the summertime. In the school time, they in school. The summertime, they have a summer program. So keeping children and teenagers active. Position away from guns. So keep them active. Keep them in this program in the summertime, and we can keep them away from guns. Have them and in the program, teach them about their career and everything. So have them to write down their career. You know, for the future. Have them to write it down. It's the best time when they're young to teach them about their career and everything. So what they want, ask them what they want to be. You know, in life. So do they want to get married? Ask that question. Because some of them might not want to get married. They want to go to college and get their career off the feet. So now do you want to go to the army? So that's a good question to ask. And you want to go to the army, the Marines, whatever you chose to do. It's a good idea to ask if they want to go to the army or the navy. You know, and another thing, Bible. I want to try to get the Bible back in school. Remember all this stuff coming in at school, shooting and killing people. So why not get to prayers? You know, you say the prayers over the intercom. In the morning time when you think everybody being a goddamn. We used to do that way back in the day. You know, that way, uh, that way the prayers will be all over. Prayers be all over that school building. You know, and they don't have to learn the Bible if they don't want to. We just want to pray and have it covered all over the school. You know, because see, we can't force and learn about the Bible, but we can pray. You know, so they draw, they draw their little, and sometimes they can draw their life on art. Because I met a little girl when she was ran. She was in the basement, got stuck. She draw the whole situation. I mean, the little girl can draw good. Everything that happened while she was in that basement, she draw it. You know, so if they don't want to write it down, they can draw it. You know, so teach, teach and stay away. Teach them to stay away from guns. You know, because if you got a gun in the house, you know, get that safe lock box. You know, and put the gun in and lock it. You know. Oh Lord, excuse me. So that's the job program for teenagers in the summertime. You know, so that's to keep them away, keep them active, and keep them away from guns and stuff. You know, so keeping them active and away from guns. You know, so that's on the community. Um, I have, oh Lord have mercy. I have a word for you today. So parable of the bag of gold. In other words, teaching about investment. You know, so uh this landlord really gonna be Jesus. He gonna be gone away for a journey. But he gonna leave them some money. You know, and they're supposed to invest and everything else in their money. You know, because see, they got to learn how to invest and learn how to do business and all this kind of stuff. And you got to know what you're doing. You know, so you're gonna come to Matthew chapter 25, 14 through 30. You know, and so again, it will be like a man gone on a journey. You know, who called his servants and entrust him with wealth and to them. You know, he gonna trust them with some money. Meaning, I'm gonna trust you. You gonna invest something. You gonna do this, and you gonna do. I trust you in this. You know, so to one he gave 5 bags. You know, of gold, and another 2 bags. You know, so it's 3 of them. You know, and another 1 bag. So he give one five. He give a person 5 bags. You know, then he give a person 2 bags, and he give one bag. You know, so we're gonna see what these 3 people is gonna do. You know, and the master divided the money among his servants according to their ability. You know, the bag of gold represent any kind of research that we are given. You know, he expect as to invest, you know, them wisely until he return. Now he expect for them to deal with the invest wisely, you know, while he gone. See, this is a business, you know, and so Jesus leaving them with money, you know, and see how they're gonna handle. Yeah, he entrusts them with this, you know, and so the man who had received the 5 bags of gold went at once and put his money into work. That's what he's supposed to do. And he gained 5 bags more. Now see, when you invest, you're supposed to get double or either get more. You know. And so he the one had 5 bags. He had 5 bags. And so he went invest smart. He went invest and he gained 5 more. He gained 5 more. And so they have been asked to do business, you know, on their behalf of their master. Now we see the one with 5 talents, you know, gain 5 more. So he used his money wisely. So also the one with 2 bags of gold gained 2 more. He went invest. He went invest and did good. He had 2 bags and he got 2 more. I mean, he invests. When you invest, you get more. Second servant, double money, 2 talent. Now he had gained 2 more and he invests his money gained double. So but the man who had perceived one, remember we had 5, then you had 2, and then you have 1. He had 1 bag and went, oh, excuse me. He had 1 bag. He went off and dug a hole in the ground and hid his master money. Now, he had 1 time. Now, you don't know what to do with one. The servants, with the 1 talent did not go into business. He ain't going to business. And he's supposed to go into business. And to try to multiply, his master's money. So none did he invest, it or work with it. Simply he hid it. He dig a hole and put the entire amount in the ground. And he made a bad move. Now see, back then, they didn't have no bank. He didn't have no bank. So they dig a hole and he put the money up in there. He tried to save it. But you don't get no interest when you dug it in the ground. So, excuse me. And so he had 1 talent. He didn't want to go to business and he didn't want to invest. So he made a bad move. And the other 2 we see they invest. One had 5, he gained 5 more. He got 10. One had 2. He went and gained 2 more. He got 4. And the one had 1. He went dig a hole and put his money, hid it. And so after a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled account with them. So the owner returned and summoned them and to get account of their several trusts. The man who had received 5 talents, of gold had brought the other 5. Now the master, he had said, you entrusted me with 5 bags of gold, and see, I have gained 5 more. All right, master, you gave me 5. I had went into business. I had invest. Okay, and I gained 5 more. And so the one with 5 invest gained 5 more. His master had replied, well done. Good. Faithful servants, that you have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. So come, and share your master happiness. And see, that's a thing that God was say in excuse me. I don't know, I'm belching and everything else. God will say, he will watch. He will watch you when you have your house and you have the little things, but you taking care of it. If he see you taking care of the little things, he'll know you know how to take care of the bigger things. And see, you start out small, and then you gain more, And so he said, faithful with the few things, but I will put you in charge of many things. See, first you have to take care of small things. Know how to take care of small things. And I'm gonna have you in charge over big things, many things. And so you entrust with a little things now. I can give you more. You know, so when you see, you know how to manage a little, he give you more. The man with two bags, you know, of gold and also came. So the master, he said, you entrust me with two bags, you know, of gold. And see, I have gained two more. The first one invests, you know, and he started out with five, and he got five more. Just the one with two, you know, he went into business, you know, and he have two, and he gained two more. You know, it did a good deed. Now he had also doubled the master investment by using it to start a trade business. Now with he started with two talents and end up with four. You know, his master replied when he said, well done. You know, good and faithful servant. Now you have been faithful with a few things, and I will put you in charge of many things. You know, I will put you in charge of many things to come and share your master happiness. You know, so through faith, now given to you by grace, you know, you you live the life and given to you of God and His glory. Go reward and faithful, you know, and so a lot of time God will reward your faithfulness. You know, so then the man who had received the one bag, you know, of gold and came, master, he said, I know you, you know, that are hard, you know, investment where you have not sown, you know, and gathered where you have not scattered. You know, he have not sold, he have not charged no interest, none of that. You know, so they say, I knew that you are hard, you know, man for harvest, you know, where you not sow, you know, gathering where you have not scattered. Simply he hide, you know, the money, and the servant had act out of fear. You know, to point up this parable is how God expects his people to use the talent, you know, the skills, you know, the money, you know, asset, the resources, and ability to which he had given us. And see, that's why God will ask you, you need discernment, you know, you need knowledge, you know. I don't have no too pride to say I need it every now and then, you know, because you need that, you know, you ask for it, you know, and you'll make better decision and invest, you know, and so and so, uh, his excuses was he was afraid. He went out and hid your gold in the ground, and see, here is what belongs to you. He hid it, so when he come back, you know, it'll be there for him. But she didn't, you know, Jesus didn't give him that, you know, just to hold on to it like that, you know. And so he wants to keep it safe by hitting it on little interest. You know, it don't hold no interest. You know, you don't have no safer back there. You know, now his master had relied on your wickedness, you know, and labor and serving, and so you knew that I have a harvest. Now, what I have not sown and gathered here, I have scattered seed. You know, so now the master condemned his laziness and evil. You know, so so no master condemned, you know, his laziness and evil, and they're chasing him out. Now two servants pleased their master. Two servants had pleased the master. Give up five and gain five more. You know, give water. You know, and he gained two more, and so double the investment he had with them while he was went away. You know, on his journey. You know, afraid. He went afraid, and he ain't gonna do no with it. He was scared. So well, and then you should have put my money in a deposit with bankers, and so that when I return, I will have received it back interest. You know, so they don't have all that here. God give people a different ability, and they are to use that these uh these are return that I will have received in back investment. Now God give people different an ability, and they are to use in their business, expand in His kingdom. So take the bag of gold from him and him to give him to the one who had 10 bags. Now, the first one is 5. He had 5, he invests. He gained 5 more. So what's that's 10. The second one had 2. He invests and he have 2 more, 4. Now the one had 1. So you don't he don't get no reward. So what they're saying, they're gonna take the one that have 10, and they're gonna take him and he have 10, and then and then they call him lazy because he didn't want to invest nothing. Now since he didn't invest, he has to give his one to one that have 10. For whoever had will be given more, and they will have abundance. Now, whoever does not have it, even when they have, will be taken from them. Now Jesus returned, and on the person had prepared it by investing. Here's a hard time and talent, would be rewarded for their faithfulness. They throw the worthless servant outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and groanings at the teeth. So that's all I have for you today. You know, um, I see you on the next video. We talk about the community, for all the community in the nation. So we're gonna talk about the community. We talk about the having security. The flashing lights. Everybody got to come together and pay your funds so you can pay for the security. And I think that'll be a good idea. And so, uh, we talk about the program for the kids. Keeping them active and stuff. Program for them. So that's all I have for you today. Y'all have a nice and blessed and safe day, and I'll see you on the next video.